One, and rest. Now we're going to take our thumbs here, dip, pull raises. I know it's going to feel weird, but we're squeezing our shoulder blades. Boom, you got it. 4, 3, 2, here's that last one. Open up to a wider stance. We're going to go 1, 2, cherry picker, squeeze the glutes, press your hips forward. 1, 2, boom. That's it. Keep going. Boom. Last 2. Last 1. So we're here, arms are straight out. We're going to bend one knee. Put the weight into your heel. So make sure you're not forward, but you're back. So our foot is straight. Our weight is in the heel. And we're going to tap this toe. There it goes. Get low. Bend that knee. We're warming up our abductors. So this is the area that we're warming up. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up here. Sink down. Put your weight in your heel. Tap it out. You got it. So do we want to start with cardio or strength today? Cardio? All right, let's do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Get onto your bench. We're going to place one foot here. We're going for 3 sessions of this. So we're going minute, 45, 30. Let's go. So on this one, make sure you're not compromising your knee. We're lifting up. If you need to get rid of a riser, you can. You got it. And nice flat upper body for the swing, but you can have your hands anywhere you want. And this is for better hip health. So you'll notice that swing is putting flexibility in our hips. Oh yeah. Oh man, I was swinging. Yeah. We got 20 more seconds. Go with that groove. Go for it. Feet is oddly good for this. Keep going. I'm sorry about the music. I didn't pick it, but it's on the random playlist. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Other side. So make sure your foot is staying center. Take it out to the side. And jump. There it goes. Lift. There it goes. And remember, you shouldn't be feeling any pain in that knee. So if the risers are too high, ditch them. You got it. Yes. Keep going. We're still going. We got 30 seconds. Don't worry. We're looking at the clock. You're good. 15 more seconds. Keep that hip pressing out. Boom. Boom. Last 10. Seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. If you're feeling tightness in the quads, you're encouraged to stretch out your quads. This movement, it creeps. If your glutes don't fire, quads get involved. Which you don't want really. But not this movement. Switch. There it goes. Hold it, hold it. Someone fix the stereo here. It's great. Let go. We're going to go on. Start here. 1 minute. Down, down, up, up. Keep an eye on which leg is starting the movement first. We're going to reverse. And go. So you can go slow or quick. This is your workout. You decide what you want to do. Yeah, that's good. That's it. Good. Switch. So lift up. Other foot is leading the way. Might make your brain think a little bit. That dominant leg likes to take over. That's it. Keep going. We got 5 seconds. Rest. Take it here. joints are stacked. Glutes gonna raise in a diagonal. We got it? And go. Boom. So on this one, it's our tendency, or your back likes to arch here. So make sure you keep that pelvis neutral and you're squeezing your glute as you lift. Brace that core. Keep going. Reach. And you can go quick or slow. This is your move. Got it. Keep going. We're going for that minute, so you're doing great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, switch. So make sure those joints are stacked. We don't want our knee to lean forward. We want to keep it stacked, core brace. Go. And you're not going with the beat of the music, you're going your own beat. You got it. Put your mind into that glute. So as you lift, you really want to squeeze your glute. You got it. Ooh. Yes. 30 seconds. Yes, we're zooming through. 15 seconds. There you go. I didn't do it. And basta, rest. Water. I know, I told you, I don't know. All right. So you can incorporate your band. Now we're doing that whole series again in shorter time. You can use your band, but you don't have to. All right, are we ready? We're going to lower it just in case it goes up here. All right. And remember, the band is just going to make that abduction of that leg a little bit more difficult. If you started on this side, I encourage you to switch it. Sounds good? And before we start, make sure you're not too close to the front. You're not too close to the middle. You're 75% to the bottom. All right, so you're going to hear, you're making a curtsy. We're lifting. I'm only going over this because I saw some knees in a weird place. So, all right, here it goes. Boom, your own pace. Don't worry about the music. 45 seconds. There it goes. Keep going. Hey. Boom. That's it. Good. Curtsy, squat. Curtsy, squat. You got it. That band lights it up real quick. Yeah. Yep, it's there. 15 seconds. There it goes. Keep going. We're so close. Count it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breather. Same thing here. Ready? Get that alignment ready. When you're ready, take your heart rate down. Breathe through that nose. Go. Work on that nasal breath. You don't want to be breath here on that upper chest. Breathe through the nose. You got it. Woo. Raise that leg. Keep going, keep going. Woo. The DJ's back. So go, DJ. 15 more seconds. here.
It has a mind of its
It
own.
really does. Here, I'm gonna try different. I'm gonna see if
That's a good song.
it is, but it's good. I'm gonna see if, yeah, let's see what happens. All right, here we go. We're standing on our bench. Before we start, work on that landing. We don't want our knees to go in. When we're lifting, we're being mindful that our knees are staying stacked. Sink, sink. Pelvis is not arching. We're keeping it tucked, keeping this core strong, opening that chest. All right, starting for 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. And the band is always optional. You can always get rid of it. I said 30 seconds, but it's really 45. Still at 45. Sorry. I corrected it. Don't want to lead you astray. Keep going. You got it. And rest. Other side. Take that foot here. Know which side you're using, all right? And go. Keep those hips level. Brace that core. Wait, I went the wrong way. Hold on. There it goes. That dominant leg likes to take over.
Use it for this.
It works perfectly. We got this. 15 seconds. Keep those knees pressed out. Press those knees out. You got it. And rest. Take a breather. Let that heart rate come down. We're going to start it again. We're here. Our joints are stacked. Don't let that knee go in. I'm seeing some knees going to the center. Keep it working against the band. If this band is too challenging, switch it out. Because it goes orange, green, red, blue, purple, and black. So know where you're at. It's okay to go lower. All right, here it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze that glute. Boom. Boom. Keeping that pelvis tucked. Squeezing our glute for the power. 30 seconds. We got this. Keep going. Slow and steady. You got it. Excellent. What's 15 seconds? That's how much we have left. Keep going. Breathe through the nose. Focus on your belly button being pulled to your spine. Nasal breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And switch sides. Same thing. Get those joints stacked. Hips are center. We're not arching our back. We're here in the center. Chest lifted. Arms. And go. That's it. Woo. You got it. See, it's like having a DJ. Fade in and out. Where's the next blend? No, I'm just kidding. Take lightly in the situations that we have no control over. Keep going. Excellent. What's 20 seconds? That's what we got. Keep those hips steady. Put your mind in that glute as you're kicking that leg back. You got it. Finish it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Before we go into the next, repeat this one more time. Let your heart rate go down. Grab water. All right. Before we start again, I'm still noticing that knee on the base go in. So some of you, if you check yourself in the mirror, this knee should not be going in. And when we lift, we're not lifting that leg. We're keeping our weight on that bench because it's going to make our glute fire. These abductors want to take over, and now we'll pull the knee in. We want to keep those joints lined up. Make that glute fire because our body's always trying to do it easier. So keep it level. So when we lift up, there's no lift. We're keeping it here to fatigue the glute as we lift. Same with this movement. When we lift, we're keeping the weight in that leg that's on the bench. Capiche? You got it? Okay. Let's go. We're gonna start from the top. So you decide which leg you want to go first. We're going for 30 seconds, much quicker. 75% of that bench, that's where we're at. Hips are centered, core is braced, lift, go. 30 seconds. Boom, boom. Find the speed you want to be at. Slower, quicker. This is your body. Listen to it. Take your time. You got it. Keep going. I'm adjusting the music because it's going high again. Woo. 10 more seconds. You got this. Boom. Boom. Count it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Shake it out. All right. Keep that core braced. Joints stacked. Arms, you can use them or leave them to the side and go. Good. Breathe through the nose.
Same way.
No, alternate. It's the other way. Yeah. We're so close. We're zooming through. Count it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Yay. I'm going to start on my leg that doesn't like to go first. Pick which side you want to go first, and go. Keep those knees pressing against that band. You got it. Think that there's something balancing on your head. So if your head jerks too much, that core involvement's not there. Last 2. Last 1. Other side, right into it. Go. Keep low, keep low. You got it. Boom, boom. Slow and steady. Count it out. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and take a breather. All right. Here we go for those leg extenders. We're here. Keep your joints stacked. Start when you're ready and go. Keeping that pelvis in that neutral position. Squeeze that glute for power. You got it. Boom. Woo. Work on that nasal breath. Unless you're clogged, then breathe out of your mouth. Last 2. Last 1. Switch over. Keep it stacked. Brace that core. Get your body centered and go. Boom. Keeping that weight in that foot. You got it. Boom. Excellent. What's 10 seconds? That's what we got left. You got it. Count it. 4, 3, 2, finish it. 1, ditch the band, grab water. We're starting with our lights for those delts. Woo. Let that heart rate, before we start, I want you to get your heart rate down by breathing through your nose. Tell your body, relax. We have more control over our breath than we think. So let it relax.
I learned a trick for getting rid of hiccups.
Yeah.
Apparently it's some evolutionary thing from when we were fish baby. Because you could just tell yourself, I'm not a fish.
What?
And it works.
What the heck?
The hiccups are gone when you're like, I'm
Oh,
not
so
a
this
fish.
is
I'm not a fish.
crazy. When I was
I'm not a
pregnant,
fish.
my son had hiccups in my belly. Anybody ever had that?
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, whoa.
Did you do? You just thought I'm not a fish?
Yeah, just to say
That's how the belly.
I'm not a fish, I'm not a fish. 4 to 5 times.
All right, we're gonna start with those L-shaped weights. I'm gonna turn it down because I don't want it to surprise us. All right. Oh, we'll wait for our team. Take a breather.
It's easier than drinking a glass of water upside down.
While we're waiting, grab those blinders. Make sure your blinders are near you. Yeah, make sure they're stay by us.
Slides.
We are gonna do some adductors, but we're gonna do it between our delt sequence. See, this is weird. I turned on the music and then it goes like completely. It's ready for a rave or nothing.
Something that says stop.
I know. I have my theories. Either A, there's a blown speaker.
Yeah.
B, something has chewed the wires. That could happen. I don't know. All right, let's go into an L shape. So we're gonna make an L with our arms, and we're gonna keep our elbows lined up with our shoulder sockets. Our knees are staying soft, so our weight is equally from the front of our foot to the back of our foot. And we're gonna just keep on going. Boom. So they're gonna come out light, and this is what we want. We're gonna keep it long rep. We're going for 30 seconds. You got it. And now the music is gone. So sad. But it's okay. We get to work on our breath and work on our form. Keep going. 4. You got it. 3. 2. We're going to do the same one balanced. After this one, rest. Pick which foot you want to go first. There it goes. Take it here. We're making an L shape. Find your center. Make sure your hips and your shoulders are making a big rectangle. And lift. We're going to find our balance through our core and glute. So when you find yourself like, squeeze the glute, bring your belly button to your spine for that balance. Last 2, last 1. Switch it out. Same sequence with the arms. We're going to find our hip, line it up, make sure not one is higher than the other, and go. 30 seconds, slow and steady. You got it. Work on that breath through the nose. Keep that navel pull to your spine. You got it. Our muscles need oxygen, and the only way we get it is by breathing. Sometimes when we're lifting, we hold our breath. 4, 3, you got it. 2, here's that last one. Boom, take it down, reverse grip. So our wrist is facing behind, our core is braced, soft knees. Bring it back. Boom. We're keeping our arm as straight as possible. So, boom, chest is lifted. Our shoulder blades are being squeezed together. And this movement is for better shoulder health. You got it. So it's forcing our rear delts to work and stretching our interior delts. So the front portion is getting stretched. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those arms up here in an L shape, lifting up. Find your balance, keep those hips steady, and lift. Let's go. Good. 30-second increments. Now our music is completely gone. What's that? Anybody want to sing? Then I know you're breathing. No, I'm just kidding. You got it. Boom. Center. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Here we go. Let's find your balance and go. Boom. Slow and controlled. So we want our arms to be in an L shape, straightening out. That way we get a full contraction. We're letting our light lats get stretched out because we're keeping our shoulders down. You got it. Zoom in through. Take your time. You're going your own rhythm. Last 2. Last 1. Boom. Take it down. Reverse grip. Go. Keep going. I'm just going to have to do music. See if I can do anything. Can't promise you won't spook us again. You got it. Count out that last 4. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up here. Let's go. 30 seconds. Open up that chest and go. Slow and steady. You're going your own rhythm. So don't worry about my rhythm. Go your own rhythm that feels right. But we don't want to rush through. We want to be slow and steady. You got it. Boom. Last 2, finish it. Boom. Last 1. Woo. Switch it out. Find those hips. Make sure they're squared. Lift up and go. Boom. Slow and steady. Boom. Boom. So as those arms lengthen, I want you to squeeze that belly button to the spine extra. Boom. You got it. Woo. Last 4. Let's go. 4, 3, 2. Finish it. Boom. Take it down. Reverse grip. That's why we're going with the lights. You guys, you ladies are doing, everybody in here is doing great.
How many more times are they joining me?
We got a little bit more. Just one more round. We're doing 3. You can also drop to no weights, too. We can also make this the last one. I always suggest it based on the class. Last 4, 3, 2. We'll drop it. Ready? 1. Take it down. We'll come back. We'll come back to the 3rd. Do not worry. No. I read the group. Do not worry. So we're gonna go from here to this abductors. Make sure you have enough space to go one direction and down. All right, here we go. We're gonna go down into a plie. When we're here, our pelvis is tucked, chest is lifted, drag. Sink, drag. We did this in bar. I know. Keep going. Yeah. All right, here goes down, drag. Let's just do 3 on each side. I think we can fit 3. And go. 3, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Hold on. Does everybody have 2 discs so I can grab you some? No? Here we go. Wait, rest. I got you. We're missing some. That's weird. Okay, ditch it. Ditch one of them. We're going to do a different sequence. I had another idea, but when life happens to us, what do? We just adjust. That's all we can do, right? So take it here, and we're going to go back into that lunge. Here it goes. We've done these ones.
With the same leg then?
Same leg. So right here. So before we start seeing some knees go funky, so take it here. We're here. Our hips are level. We're going to sink down. Our pelvis is in a neutral position. We're going to lean our body forward just a little bit. Now lift that foot so all the weight is on that base leg without the disc. Now press back. Go. This way it feels like our hip bone is being pushed out to the side, making that glute fire. We're keeping that knee in the front bent, our core brace. And this is another exercise where we visualize we have books on our head. So if our head is rocking, we're not doing this movement, different movement. Keeping it low. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side, we're going to go into a wider stance. We're going to go into a curtsy. So I'm going to give you option 1, where we're going to swing back here, and you're just going to have your arms lifted. You just do a twist and squeeze back. Option 2, we're going to go down into a skater. Lift. This movement requires more glute strength and paying attention to that knee. The other one, we're working on more of just our cross, again, our transverse abdominis to contract. So you decide what you want to do. Let's go. 30 seconds. There we go. We're bending that knee and getting low.
Ooh, I lost my spine.
It happens. It does happen. It's the way it is. You got it. This way, our arms take a little breather. They go like this. Yes, it's all that glute. Last 4, let's go. And 1, switch sides. All right. Okay, here we go. So sink down like an elevator, down. Remember, we're keeping this knee bent. It's not going up and down. We're keeping low. We're going to push that weight back, slide it. Our base leg is doing all the work. This leg that's moving in the back, not really doing anything. Good. Keeping your core braced, focus on that nasal breath. Upper body swing. Helps us with a better gait. Keep going. We got 15 seconds. Good. Use your toes to grip the floor. We're using our foot for that balance. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. V. Option 1, you know it. It's here. We're swinging back. We're just doing a twist and using our core. Option 2, staying low. Boom. If you have a patella that likes to move around a lot, you gotta really be mindful that that knee doesn't jerk around. You wanna keep it out and make sure this hip bone, this top of the femur, is being pushed to the side. All right, here we go. Push it. got it. And it lights up real quick. So if you're in that modification, make sure you're still getting that twist. That way that core gets fired. You got it. Whoa. Last two, let's do it. Last one. Boom. Shake it out. We're grabbing our medium weight. One weight, 15, 10, whatever number you have is good. Sorry. Trying it again. Let's see. Row. Yeah. So we're going to place one foot on our bench, and we're going to go into a row, but we're incorporating our tricep core, so we're sinking down here, bracing that core, lean back for 12. Last 6, keep going. 2 and 1. Stand up. Let's go for those tricep extensions. Go. Soft knees, core brace. Breathe through the movement. We're going for 12. You got it. Slow and steady for that full contraction of that tricep. Count it down for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish it. 1. Bring it back down. Roll it out. Leading with the elbow. Keep those joints centered and go on the other side. Switch to the other. There we go. On your own pace for that 12. And I'm on my last 6, but you might be on your last 4. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Reach up to the top. Go. Here's that last 6. Take your time. Don't speed through. Full contraction. Keeping your elbows lined up with your shoulder socket. 2, 1. Take it down. We're going to do a similar movement, but it's a little different, and we're doing it for shorter reps. We're going to go into that lat row. So as we're here, we're going to make an L shape. I'm going to turn this down for a second. If it feels too much on the top of your deltoid, right where that where the joint meets, you can ditch it and go for a lighter weight. So everybody do a tester first. So we're here, and then we're going to make an L shape. So see how it lines up? The wrist and your elbows should line up in an L shape. The 90-degree angles are what makes that tension, right? So if this feels too much here, drop it and get a lighter weight. So
is the weight coming up
yes.
as well?
So we're staying low here. Our hip is in a hinge place. But as our arm going down, we're going to have this little twist in our chest, which gets that lat to work. See? Boom. But you don't want it to throw it back. Keep it lined up with the wrist so it doesn't hurt your joint. You should not feel any pain in that shoulder. Last 2. Last 1. But you might be on a different one. Here it goes. Lift up. We're going for that 10. But on these ones, we're going with 12. So on this one, don't let your chest open like this. This compromises our joint. Keep them in. There it goes. That way we get that tricep to fully work without hurting our shoulders. That ball socket is really fragile, so we got to be really mindful of how our form is with those shoulder joints. Last 2. Last 1. Take it down. We're going for 10. Keep an eye on your form. So look at yourself in the mirror. Make sure you're keeping it out to the side. We have a slight twist. But then it doesn't, you don't want this arm to be back here or here. Keep it lined up. Here it goes. Boom. Brace that core for power. You're going for 10 on your own. You got it. You got this. Zoom through. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. I want us to do it with some lights real fast. Grab your lights. So I'm seeing some that are questionable, which is okay. We're going to do these ones. It's going to feel really light. down. Boom. Soft knees, bracing the core, keeping the elbows lined up with the shoulder socket. Boom, you got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down here. Now here we're gonna just go, it's gonna feel really light, but we're just gonna go for 30 seconds. Feel that shoulder blade squeeze as it guides that arm back. Keep that 90-degree angle. Our upper body, so our top of our humerus likes to twist forward. So we're making sure our chest is staying lifted. And we're putting that effort into that shoulder blade. So as that weight comes back, we're squeezing that shoulder blade. Boom. And when you're working out by yourself, if you do a move that your body doesn't feel right, just drop to lighter weight. So even if it's not the right form, the extra weight won't damage the joint. Last 2, last 1. We're just gonna switch over. We're not even gonna do the tricep. So we're out here and go. Focus on that shoulder blade being squeezed. L shape with that upper body. Boom. So we don't want our upper body to go here. We want to keep our chest lifted. You got it. Leading that movement. Count down that last 4. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up here. Let's finish. We're going to alternate just to make it fun. Good. So we're keeping our chest lifted and we're letting that arm that drops down staying lined up with our shoulder socket. So it's like the weight goes behind our head, but the elbow stays lined up with the shoulder socket. Boom, soft knees. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. All right, grab your band. Well, actually, we have mats. We have to transition to mat work. So let's take a breather, come back to some weights. So keep your weights out and grab a mat. We got this. Make like a, or so it has, so we can use it for the bridge. Oh yeah, yeah, the bridge. So they just keep the weights on the side. Okay. Which one? You got room? Yeah. Oh, sorry. So this should be your setup. You want to take your band, place it around the bench. Take one weight to one side, one heavy to the other side. All right. And all right, so make sure you have enough room for these roll-outs. We're going to do them first to knock them out of the way. Oh, we didn't do our deadlifts. Well, okay, we'll do it right now. See? Oh, my brain escapes me sometimes. It's not good, but we're staying moving, so that's all. All right, grab your weight. We're going to go into a clean. So you've probably seen a clean press. This is a clean press where we go here, and then we drag, and then we tuck the elbows in. And we lift. We're not doing that. We're just doing the clean. We're just doing the clean. So this is the clean. We're keeping it straight. We're putting our weight into our glutes and lower back and hamstring. Here, and then we're going to squeeze up to the top. Slow and steady. Good. So let's make a goal of 12 on our own. We have 10 more left. But I want you to find the right pose for you. Don't try to keep up with anyone. See where your weight is in your feet. You're taking your time. You're letting your shoulders stay low. We're not lifting our shoulders up to our ears. We're keeping it controlled. You got it. 2 for me, but you might be on a different number and bring it down. Take a breather. Now we're going to add a bigger bend with our lower body. If this one doesn't feel good, you can stay in the clean. But if you want to do a deadlift, you can do a deadlift. We're going to go down. Stay low and lift and see, keeping our chest lifted and lift. Our weight is where? In our heels. Feel the weight in your heels. Lift. You're going for 12 on your own.
How far are you trying to sing?
So you're going to put your weight in your heels. Then as you lift Keep that weight, so don't hyperextend. Keep a slight bend in that knee joint. Good. Excellent. So this way it goes quads, glutes as we lift up. So glutes, quads. You might be at that 12, so stop counting. But we got 2 more. Everyone, I'm gonna tell myself. Last one, drop it down. Does that make sense though? That when we're down here, we want to make sure our pelvis is not here or here, but we're right in the center. We're sinking down. Our weight is in our heels. As we launch up, these glutes are squeezing to lift up. Once we lift up here, quads. But we don't need to jerk our hips forward. That just puts more pressure on the lower back. But you see a lot of people do that, which is their body, so they're allowed to do whatever they want, right? All right, here we go. So let's start for the clean for 10. We're dropping numbers. Here we go. Good. Slowly dragging that bar on our thigh, keeping our chest lifted. Good. But our nose is still leveling out. So we don't want to be completely down here. We don't want to be completely up here. We're right in the center. You got it. This should be our last 2. Slow and steady. Last one. Take it down. Let that heart rate drop down. Whew. All right. We got another one. Going for 10. Going into those deadlifts, okay? So take your time. Get into the right pose. Make sure your feet are in a good position. We're aware of our toes. Our weight is going to be equally distributed, hopefully. Go down, grab, and lift. Go for that 10. Yes. So let those arms stay long. Let your lower back not do any work compared to your glutes. Let the glutes squeeze to take over the work. You got it. Last 4. One, drop it down. We're gonna do one more set of 8. Then that 30-second recovery. Good. Whew. And there should be no pain. So if you're feeling pain, wave me down. This is one of the movements that if we do it wrong, this area flares up. But we shouldn't be letting it flare up. So we're keeping that core brace, keeping our shoulder blades squeezed together for support. Here we go. Cleans first. Keeping our chest lifted, sink to the knees, lift. Good. Letting that hamstring work here. You got it. Here's that last 4. 4. You got this. Last 2. Last 1. Can we go all the way down? Right into it. 8. 7. Putting that weight in the heels. You got it. Boom. We have 4 more, but look at your form. Don't let those knees drop to the center. Keep them lined up with your ankles. Last 2. Keep that chest lifted. Last 1. And drop it down. Woo! Now we're ready. Let's go into our ab rolls. Now that we have these. All right, if you need water, grab it. If not, don't worry about it.
I can feel your weight.
No, you can also move your, you might be any direction for your area. Make sure you have enough to go into this plank. If you're not comfortable with using the bar to roll out, you're gonna hold a regular plank. All right. All right, here it goes. The goal of this one is to get your lower abs to follow fire. So your arms, if you have a stronger core, it may be easier to keep that arm straight out and roll back. But if you're like, I don't know, I don't have the strength to roll out like that, you're going to keep your joints stacked. You're going to go into a knee bend, press the hips forward, and get them flat. And roll them back. If you need more space, adjust. Make sure you have enough room. We're going to go for 30 seconds. Do as many as you can do within that time. And go. Slide, roll back. Press those hips down. Good. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Our idea is to keep those hips flat. So once we go down, flatten them, roll back.
So your arms aren't extended, they're still under you.
But you can do it that way. So that's
No
still a
way.
movement. I've seen people do it.
Are you kidding me?
Look at he had So look at Bam, right there, back row. Look at how his arms extend. Look at that. Go, Joe. Go, Joe. Woo! So but the rule in this class is listening to your body. So wherever you're at, that's where we're at, and we honor our bodies. Last two, we can hopefully squeeze in. Last one. And rest. Take a breather. So if this one feels really difficult for you, a lot of times our abs are not only weak, but they're tight. So the abdominal rectus contracts. This movement is making your abdominal wall stretch out. So it's good for you, and it helps stretch this area out because we get it tight. So let's do it again. We're going for 30 seconds. All right, and go. Focus on compressing your spine with that core. You're using your glutes and pushing your hips forward to get that low movement. Not keeping those hips up. Keeping them flapping. You got it. All right, we're so close. Last four. Get four more in. I bet you can. One, finish it, and rest. We got one more round. While we rest, we're going to do a wrist stretch, because that's what gets us more than our core sometimes, is our joints. We're going to flip it, take our palm on the floor, or on all four, and we're just going to make a little circle. The bigger the circle, the more flexibility it requires. The smaller circles, less flexibility, but all of them are good because we're working in our range. Reverse. Little circles. Good. Now we're going to rock back and forth. Good, but we're keeping our palm glued onto the floor. Now sink back and hold. Let that wrist feel that nice stretch. We're opening up our palm. If you have tightness, don't force it. Just work out where you're at. Keep that elbow joint straight, and we're pressing our palms down to the floor. Sink back and shake them out. Open palm. Good.
I can really feel that.
I know our wrists, they really do. As we stop using this range, especially with cell phones, we're losing this ability. So take your palms out and feel your base of your palm press. Let it go farther than your fingertips. This is like wrist health, we have to stretch it. So find a time, whether it's in a yoga class or after weight training, or maybe on the treadmill, if you like to multitask. Watching TV. Yeah, it's tough. Shake it out. We got one more round. Here we go. 30 seconds. Let's see if you can get more in on this last round than you did earlier. And go. But quality movement, just because you go quicker doesn't mean our form slips. We only can go quicker if our form is correct. So pushing that hip down. Oh yeah.
Seems like that roller that they were selling on.
Well, this is where they got it from. Last rest. You ever saw the old step? Remember the step toning classes? Yeah. They always did this. They had these.
Are you done?
Yeah, we're done. Sorry. I was just watching you all go. I was like, get it? Sorry. I'm not going to stop your flow. So technically, class is supposed to stop right now. So you can stretch on your own, but I did have 2 more exercises to do. Because we started a little late, remember?
Yeah.
So we're going to make up for the time, but if you need to be somewhere, not offended, do your own thing, I'm all good. Okay, get this band. Place it here. If you don't have the band too, don't worry about it. We're going to go into a bridge. We're here. So our glutes are not too close to the bridge, but they're not too far away. We're here. All right, here we go. We're going to go out to, we're going to externally rotate our knees to the side, line them up to our hips, bring them down. 1 minute on your own and go. Boom. Exactly, we're doing it. Our heels, our weight is in our heels and our toes are lifted. So we're zooming through. You got it. Ooh, we do have people on the... You got this. Keep going. Slow and controlled movement. Excellent. Keep with it. $15 more seconds. Zoom through. You're doing great. Count down that last 4. Here we go. 4, 3, 2. Here's that last one. 1. Rest. Now, if you have your light weights, grab your light weights. We're going to go into the tricep extensions. We're here. Slow and steady. We're keeping our elbows lined up with our shoulder socket. Good. Slow and steady. We're going for 30 seconds, so I want you to go for your own rhythm. We're getting a full contraction in that tricep as we're lengthening our arms and bending in a 90-degree angle. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those weights down. We're going to go into a regular bridge with 1 foot if you want to make it more advanced. 2 if you want to modify. So modified is both feet on the bench. Advanced is here. Down and up. We're getting that power from this movement as our hip is lifting up, down. 30 seconds. But you can also go to a regular bridge. That works too. Good. Doing great. Got 15 seconds. You got it. Count it down in 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it out. Other side, right into it. Down and up. You got this. Zooming through. We got 20 seconds. Focus on your hips staying level, your core braced. You got it. We got 10 seconds. Keep going. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your lights. Tricep extensions, 30 seconds. This is our last exercise, and then we're cooling down. Excellent. Slow and steady. Getting that full contraction of that tricep. Excellent. Keep with it. We got 15 seconds. Count down that last 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those weights down. Lift up. We're going to stretch it out. There we go. We're only going 5 minutes over, so we'll zoom through. Let's start with the hip flexor stretch. So, joints are stacked. There it goes. We're going to lean forward. Make sure this leg is far enough back. If this one is too close, you're not going to feel in the hip flexor. Base leg is far back. Good. All right, how are we feeling? We did all great. We did a lot of fun stuff, so keeping our bodies strong is always good, especially on Fridays because it starts the president for the weekend. All right, take it down here, spine twist. Yes. Excellent. I'll be speeding these stretches faster than usual because usually we hold for 30 seconds. We're going to lean back. We're holding for 15. So on that base foot, make sure your foot flattens out to get plantar flexion. Back here, we don't want to jam our toes. And when we're pointing our toe, this part of our front leg is your anterior tibialis. It starts to lose its flexibility. So by doing this kind of stretch, it forces it to get that full plantar flexion. We start wanting to keep it in that dorsal flexion where our foot's here, but we want it to stretch out. Lift up, we're gonna quickly switch it out. We're just doing these 2 stretches, but try to get some stretching in done this weekend. You can start with twist. Make sure that back leg is farther than the back, excellent. And that arm is lining up with your shoulder socket, opening the chest. Take that palm down, scoop your weight onto that foot. Might feel a little tender if your hamstrings get tight. So like I promised, only 5 minutes over because we start 5 minutes behind. But we're gonna be finished.
Just when I foot cramps.
Oh yeah.
Always. This one.
So that it comes from like injury. So sometimes the muscle gets shortened, and then the ligaments in there get stiff, and then it cramps because it's like this doesn't feel right. But there's potassium pills you can take to help with cramping. But it's also just like if you have a Theragun, work on that ligament to get more blood flow, because the connective tissue doesn't have blood flow like muscles do. So it takes longer to rehab them. So a lot of times if we get injury and then we stop doing it, they just get stiffer. So we gotta work on the flexibility, whether with hand manipulation, like massaging it yourself, or use one of those Theraguns where it brings blood flow. And also just lift up. Sorry, stay there. And also just doing the alphabet with your foot to get that flexibility in your ankle back. All right, thank you everybody, you did great.
Thank you.
Let's get out of here.
That was quite an adventure.
Good job.
It's gonna be several trips to get this.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy your commentary. You never thought you started out.
I actually, my background is kinesiology and neuroscience. So,
I tell.
you learn so much about how things work. Yeah. So a lot of my friends are doing physical therapists. They're like, keep fitness, that's where you get injured.
Right.
And I would tell them, yeah, but that's only if they're teaching from the norm. That's really not from the people.
Personal conditions. You gotta specialize in the other. So people
No, so it's
I don't like when they say that though. I went to a podiatrist with my feet, and he's like, oh, your feet hurt, stop dancing. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. You too. So, that's the old school method. Nowadays, it's like, get the muscle lesions. So, our muscles, you can see it, how the muscle tissue starts pumping up. And the massaging makes those muscle lesions straighten out, so the muscle fibers. So again, you can actually see it. So that's when students are getting into that muscle tension. You can see it, clear as day. So it's more just getting blood flow so the oxygen can heal it.
Who's the little fairy that writes all the words on the whiteboard every
Well, not me.
class?
I do not work like that.
That's Mama.
Oh, that's. That's cool though. Everyone has a different methods. That's all good. I'm just Great. Nothing like a good sweat to start the day. That's good.
Actually, you and Laura make a good one.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I like it.
Great class. Thank you.
No worries.
We are so lucky to be in that.
Yes, we are, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. need to work on all of it.
Me too.
Thank you. Good work. Keep coming. Lauren's class is really good too, so if
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't checked it out,